It is good to be back playing Minecraft. I'm happy you're here, and it's good to be back on the Wonder Sanctum Realm. I have missed this place, and look, the dogs are waiting. Let's go say hi. You're such good dogs. Where was I? I was on an adventure with skeletons, portals, and even saw a sleeping dragon. No, it's not Minecraft, but I can see why you might be confused. Did you two miss me? I'm so proud of you because some dogs left alone might chew on things or get into mischief. What did you two do? Welcome back, everyone. Today I have plans for a brand new build here on the Wonder Sanctum Realm, something I've wanted to do for a long time. The melon and pumpkin farm that was blown up was always supposed to be temporary, but can we first just take a moment to acknowledge how perfect this explosion was? I don't think it could have really gone any better. No collateral damage whatsoever. I'm not going to just put grass over the top of this hole. I will be filling it all in because while preparing all the TNT, I did find a 2x2 space with a zombie in it, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and we'll see in a moment. Let's talk about the lore of this village and how this particular building fits in. Imagine back more than 100 or even 150 years where trains were running through here. It would have been a bustling place. Imagine huge trains picking up and dropping off goods, livestock, and people. Buildings were being built as fast as possible, and the town's officials had little regard for permits, and no one stopped to think, what if this fails? What if the trains stop coming? Getting fast money now was the only thing that mattered. So fast forward to today in this village, and of course that's exactly what happened. The small town, once a shining gem on top of this massive hill, is simply trying to survive. Some residents cling to golden days of the past. Others are trying to build toward a different vision or visions of a new future. We can see examples of this in what used to once be a warehouse right next to the tracks. It's converted into our iron farm and a villager trading hall. On the other side of the old tracks is an old depot converted into a sugarcane farm. And the water tower, refilled the steam engines, is a creeper farm. And then there's the ongoing project to convert an old arboretum into a bamboo factory. Today's build still fits that theme, but there's a twist. Instead of a happy story of a retrofitted building like the others, this one is going to be, well, let's see, abandoned isn't quite accurate. A better word would be neglected. It has been neglected for so long that we can imagine the town folks are upset that it's fallen into such disrepair. They're also upset because the building has been sold many times. The current owners don't live here and they rarely visit. They might not even know where it is on the map. They simply don't care about the building, or how it looks at least, as long as it's operational. We are building out of brick today. In real life, I do like old brick buildings, and I'm so thankful we have them in Minecraft to create industrial buildings that can look like they're from the 1800s. Instead of the traditional sandstone being used as the trim, we'll be using tuff because it has more of a dingy and dirty and shadowy look to it. You might be thinking that this doesn't match the style of the other buildings, and you're right. However, my goal isn't to use a single build style throughout this village, like you might see at a Disney resort. This is more like taking a road trip through a small town where the buildings don't match aesthetically because they weren't built by the same person or even in the same era. This is a story of a small town. Each building reflects different attempts to either recapture the past or inspire a new future. Both are paths of progress and growth, and they both have resulted in some buildings becoming a success story. But this one, as we mentioned, is different. We already said the residents are not happy about the state of the building, and they're frustrated because it's such a prominent location at the center of town. They'd like to maybe see it become a park or a new building, or at least something aesthetically pleasing. The town's government officials have tried to get the owners to do something. Mayors come and go with new ideas, but they're never quite able or successful, or maybe they're not willing to make a dramatic change. It wouldn't be hard to imagine one group of residents would like to see the building demolished. there's likely another group who see the historic building and instead want to see it restored. From the perspective of the town's officials, the building doesn't cost them anything, and the owners do pay taxes. So if the officials condemn the building, the town would have to pay to demolish it. And not only do they not have the money for that, they would also be permanently losing that revenue source. There's no one clamoring to build something new in that spot, or quite honestly anywhere else in town either. So despite this old factory being an eyesore, it is profitable and remains unchanged. Oh, I am so happy with this. I was scared to build in this spot because it is so prominent. But once I finalized the lore, I knew I had to build a small old factory. Let me point out a few things, like up on the roof, it's supposed to look like the gutter is sort of broken and it's dripping down, and on the windows there's mildew, and a tarp used to be across from above these windows or doors to these posts here. That's gone. Looks like there may have been another post here or something. Yeah, like this maybe was a loading dock. I'm so happy with how this turned out. The windows are supposed to look like they're kind of broken out in some places. Yeah, it's so good. The front here, I'm really happy with how this turned out also, with just a little bit of depth, and it looks like there's some things growing on it. And from back far enough, yep, you can even see a tree growing out of the roof. Oh yeah, in the door, I'm really happy with this too. There's the one door that opens up, and then this one here just looks like they boarded over it. Yeah, it's very, very happy with it. Next up, let's work on the interior. Here's how I made the front window look all old and just cobwebby. I'm really happy with this, with the vines in front of the windows. It just makes it look so abandoned, and like this part of the building is never used. This section is where we're going to work on our melon and pumpkin farm. And I did bring, I don't know if I brought enough stuff, and I didn't bring the hoe, because we're going to need that. I think we start here. Yeah, I think so. I think it just goes along here like that. There's our back. Is the back row right there? It might be right here. Once we'll get these pieces in here and find out for sure. We're going to use light, and it's every other. I think it is every other. There is one more right here. Until you have one in place, it's hard to remember exactly how it works. And then once you have it, it's very obvious. And I did not bring enough blocks. Let's see. I need to grab a hoe, and what else do we need? Seeds. I think I have. Do I have seeds? I do have seeds. But I need a hoe and a few blocks for the redstone to go on. Now we should have everything. So let's head back inside and start getting this put together a little bit better. Let's close the door just so we don't have any surprises. Think. And pistons. Pistons we do from this side though. So we do here and here and here, here, and then we can throw down our blocks there and throw our redstone on top. And now we need our target blocks on the side. And these, of course, cause the redstone to turn. Which means when we need our hoe, let's make this side melons, I guess. Sure, why not? So we will do that, plant our melon seeds, and the pistons extend. We can do that. Let's plant our melons. Oh, this side doesn't have piston on it. Let's get our... There. And there we go. So now I'm going to repeat this process over and over, and for the pumpkins as well. The last piece of the redstone part on the melon side, we do need to plant the seeds here. Do this real quick. And something that has become very apparent is collecting these pumpkins and melons is going to be a pain. You might be able to see it pretty soon here if something harvests, but I mean, it's going to fall on the ground, hopefully most of the time, but that's not what we're looking for. We want to automate this, and there's a few more things that we can do to make this look better. The first thing we need to do, we need to go get an allay. I did a little bit of scouting around to a couple different, what are those things called? The pillager outposts. I did some scouting around at some of those that are nearish by, within a few hundred blocks. There were no allays left. I did talk to Silent Chaos, who's actually the admin on the realm. He has one over at his old base. Well, it's not his base anymore. Well, I guess it's sort of a starter base area over here. Kind of took over a village. Looks good. Oh, I don't remember this fountain. That's really neat. I like that. Well done. Oh, there's a turtle swimming in it. Nice touch. Somewhere over here. Well, if we need pumpkins, we know to... Oh, there's wheat over here. If I were in a lay... Oh, there's some dogs. And villagers, sheep. There it is. I see you. I didn't bring a music box. Let's see if there's one in here. Jukebox? No. Jukebox? No. Or a diamond? Jukebox? No. Jukebox? No. Jukebox? No. Jukebox? Ancient debris? More valuable than diamonds. Jukebox? No. Jukebox? Diamond? I can pay him back. KS, if you need that diamond or this wood, feel free to let me know. I am happy to repay in, tenfold or whatever you think is fair. And let's do this. No. Is that working? Oh, it is. Oh, I didn't know you could have them on a lead and do it. Well, we have our first allay replicated. In a few minutes, we can do another. No, give me back my shard. I did bring the allays into this tiny little house here. I didn't realize I wasn't recording and replicated them once more. I do want to do it one more time, though, so we have redundancies built in. And then we'll leave one here for Silent Chaos. Let's do it again. Oh, I have one amethyst shard left. So, can we? Yes. So there we go. Let's get our music box, or our jukebox, and we'll put it back in here since it's not ours. And then we need, let's see, we need to leave one here. Let's use you. All right. No. Oh, no. Not you. Not you. You apparently want to come out, so let's do this. You come out, close the door. Bring you back over here. And back to your home. Okay, you stay there. I'm sure Silent Chaos will take great care of you. Now you four are coming with me. We have our two allays set up in here, one of them with a melon and one of them with pumpkins. And I want to try these trapdoors on the dirt and grass just to see how this looks. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And with the allays picking up stuff from anywhere they can reach, we can do it. The allays are going to pass the melons and pumpkins off to a copper golem who is going to do the sorting for us. Let's get those chests set up before these plants all start producing fruit. And then I can finish the trapdoors once we have the whole collection system complete. We don't need to do a double chest, but I think it'll look nicer. Just keep things balanced. And copper golem. I don't trust that this golem is going to not get lost. Let's build some walls quick just to keep it contained. Might as well just build it all the way up to the top. And since we're here, we might as well get some of the stained glass going too. This will keep the allays from flying away. And the last one, at least above the fruit. Oh, melons harvested. Nice. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I gave the allay. I'm trying to talk and click at the same time. I gave the allay a whole pumpkin or a whole melon. That's not going to work. And I need an empty hand. Give me. Thank you. And here. There. You need to collect melon slices and then put them in here. The copper golem is going to need 2 chests, of course. You put melons in there already, so... Oh, I don't have any pumpkins. And I still don't have any pumpkins. Where did I put the pumpkins? Oh, you had them. You're so smart. Good job. Next, we need to build the delivery system for the allays, which means a hopper and a note block. Through the magic of editing, let me show you what we have. It's actually completely under the wall. We have an etho hopper clock and started with 16 items in the hoppers, but that feels a little quick, so let's double that. Yeah, that's much better. Each time the clock cycles, it causes the note block to make a sound, which the allays will use as the drop-off location. Let's run inside quick and see how it's working. I did finish the encapsulation, I suppose, building the walls for the allays and took them off their leads. But yeah, there we can see the allays floating around looking for their goods. We might not get a great example right now, but we can see that they are dropping off melon. Well, the melon slices are being dropped off across the way there, and then the golem is bringing them over, and there's a pumpkin in here too. Nice. While these are all maturing, let's finish the trapdoors. While we're doing that, we should be able to catch the harvest in process, hopefully. The allays were too fast while I was putting up the trapdoors. I couldn't ever catch a harvest while I was doing them, so now we wait. Our golem is oxidized, and I did wax it. I even bone mealed all the plants, so hopefully it won't take very long. There, we finally caught one on camera. The allays come and pick up the melon slices, drop them by the note block, the hopper picks them up, puts them in the chest. Now, okay, yep, there we go, thank you. Now, it's like he didn't read the script ahead of time. Then he comes over and picks up the melon slices, brings them over to our chest. Whoa, right in our face. And then, yeah, so I had this running for a little bit just to see how it was going. And yeah, there's pumpkins. Now, long term, what I want to do is auto-craft these melons into, or the melon slices into melons, and it's raining. Great. So auto-craft the melons, and I want to set up a button over here in the trading hall so the crops could be delivered from the building over to where we need them on demand. Then we never have to come visit this building over here, I suppose. Wait, Does that mean I'm now the negligent building owner that we talked about earlier? Well, I guess that's Minecraft. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, please leave a like on your way out. That encourages YouTube to suggest it to others. I do like this new building. I'm very happy with it. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.